Welcome to the Private Practice Survival Guide podcast with your host, Brandon Seigel. I'm a published author, speaker, entrepreneur, and private practice strategist dedicated to transforming the way that healthcare functions. This podcast is all about empowering you to create the change you want to see. Let's dive in. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in to this quick tip episode. Today, we're talking about empowering your change management stakeholders. You heard it right. What are our stakeholders? They're the people that we serve. Patients, employees, shareholders, even family members, anyone that's affected, vendors. So today, we're going to start with the basics. First thing first, when we're empowering stakeholders, we need to involve them early. We need to inspire them. We need to invite them to contribute their ideas before we finalize change. Sometimes that's a matter of holding a 15-minute staff brainstorming session, send a short survey, gather their input. The goal is that early involvement creates a sense of ownership by all, reducing resistance. So staff, what if you were to ask them how a new scheduling system could streamline their work? What if you were to say, can you do a project? The next month, I want you to figure out 3 ways that this software may benefit us and 3 ways it won't. What do you think? Let them have a voice. Maybe you incorporate patient suggestions like text reminders to show their voice matters. But the bottom line is this. We want to involve early because the more that they feel like they were part of the decision process, the more buy-in they have. The next thing we need to do is we need to communicate what's in it for them. What's in it for them? So we're going to tailor messages to highlight personal benefits. Tell staff how this changes their time. It saves them time. Explain to patients how it improves their experience. Stakeholders engage when they see direct value. The next thing we need to do is we need to equip with tools and training. We need to provide hands-on support to build confidence. Whether it's staff bite-sized trainings, 30-minute new demos, patient simple guides, or whatever, we must provide the resources so that they feel confident in their capability to follow through. The next thing we need to do is we need to celebrate contributions. We need to recognize stakeholder efforts to sustain momentum. So we want to thank Janet. Janet spent the last 30 days piloting every problem that occurs in our scheduling, and we would not have been able to make this change to our operating basis without her. Hats off, and here's dinner and a movie on us, whatever that may be. But publicly acknowledge participation, recognize and reinforce the engagement. Your voice matters. So here are some crucial tips and tricks from my experience. 1, I want you to create a stakeholder vision board. What is that? A visual tool that maps out how the change aligns with stakeholders' goals and the practice's mission. How do we do it? We're going to gather a small group. We're going to bring our staff together, or whoever is that stakeholder. Maybe there's a patient representative. Maybe there's a vendor. We're going to use a whiteboard or a digital tool. We're going to create our vision board. In that vision board, we're going to create images, keywords, or phrases representing the change impact. Example, for a new telehealth system, add convenience, modern care, a photo of a smiling patient on a video call, displayed in the office to share it digitally. We want to show why we're doing this the way. This visual is making the change tangible and inspiring. It's helping stakeholders see their role in the bigger picture. Keep it simple. Spend 20 minutes sketching ideas with your team. Update the board as the change progresses to reflect milestones. You know, I use a digital whiteboard. It's incredible, and we can draw and create all of that. So an example, just so that you have some more understanding is for a new patient portal include faster communication for staff and 24/7 access for patients, reinforcing shared goals and drawing that up of what that feels, looks, sounds like on your vision board. 2, this is my favorite. Gamify your change process. Turn adoption of change into a fun, engaging challenge with rewards. Who's going to win the game? What if everyone can win the game? Create a lighthearted competition. Maybe there's incentives for staff that track progress, number of patients enrolled in a new portal, offer prizes like gift cards, extra breaks. For patients, offer a raffle entry for competing actions. Ensure the game is inclusive and low pressure. This is going to help because gamification taps into motivation, makes change feel exciting rather than daunting. So an example of this is challenge your staff to enroll 50 patients in a new system within 2 weeks. The top performer gets a $20 Starbucks card. That's just a small example. But gamifying that. The number 3 tip and trick is that we need to build stakeholder feedback. We need to ensure that we have a structured process to collect, act on, and report change, that their voice is actually making a difference. Set up a dedicated feedback channel. Maybe it's a 10-minute change huddle. Maybe it's an email. Maybe it's a suggestion box. Maybe it's a summarize. Maybe it's one-to-one open office hours. This is going to help stakeholders feel heard, valued, and it increases their commitment to change. Maybe we use a Google Doc to log feedback and responses, ensuring accessibility for staff. January 28th through the 31st, 2026. Coral Gables, Florida. Your business is on the track. Are you ready to hit top speed? The Growth Code Conference is your pit stop for 4 days of proven strategies, precision leadership tools, and a tuned-up growth plan. Leave the slow lane behind and accelerate toward your best season yet. Register now at growthcodeconference.com. Another example could be after rolling out a new billing system, a staff suggestion to add a shortcut button is implemented. You share that update in a team email. That those changes were looked at, that they were monitored, that they were measured, that they were appreciated. Number 4, I want you to empower through peer mentoring. Pair stakeholders to support each other in adapting to this change. Leverage strengths. Identify staff who are quick learners and enthusiastic about that change. Pair them with less confident. Let them have informal mentoring. Let them have the buddy system where tech savvy and non-tech savvy help each other. Offer incentives like mentors get thank you notes and recognition. Maybe we create fun t-shirts for I'm the student, I'm the teacher. Ways to build peer support will build confidence. It will foster collaboration, and it will reduce the reliance on the practice owner. Keep mentoring low effort. Ask mentors to check in with peers 5 minutes daily during the first 2 weeks. An example could be a nurse who masters a new telehealth platform, mentors a colleague, sharing tips during breaks, leading to faster team adoption. There's ways to make this happen. The next thing I want you to think about for crucial tips and tricks, share success stories. Highlight the real life examples of how these changes are making a difference to inspire continued engagement. Collect and share stories from staff or patients about the change's impact. For example, ask staff to share a moment when a new system saved time, or ask patients to describe how a change improved their experience. Share these via newsletters, social media, bulletin boards, meetings. Ensure that stories are authentic and relatable. This helps because success stories will create a ripple effect, motivating others to embrace the change by seeing tangible benefits. Ask for stories during casual conversations or via a quick email prompt, keeping submissions under 50 words for easy sharing. An example could be a patient email that the new, patient tells you that the new online booking system saved them a 20-minute phone call. You share that with permission. All of a sudden, that's encouraging others because they read it in the newsletter that this patient just saved 20 minutes because of the new online booking system. We need to align our change with core values. We need to connect the change to practice's mission or values to give stakeholders a sense of purpose. We need to identify those core values. We need to frame the change as an extension of those values. So for example, if a patient-centered care is a value of yours, explain how a new portal empowers patients to manage their health, how it reinforces this in all its communications. Linking change to shared values creates emotional buy-in. It gives you a sense of pride. Offer flexible adaptation pathways. Provide multiple ways for stakeholders to engage with the change, accommodating different comfort levels. For staff, offer options like self-paced online trainings, group trainings, one-to-one coachings, etc. For patients, provide alternatives that may include phone, in-person, video. Communicate these options clearly to reduce overwhelm. Flexibility respects individuals' needs, and it makes adoption feel less forced. Create a one-page like how to get started sheet listing all the adaptation options and staff and patients can implement. For a new EHR, maybe you offer staff a choice between a live demo or a recorded tutorial, or both, ensuring everyone finds a comfortable way to learn. Did you know that a 2024 McKinsey report found that practices empowering stakeholders in change management are 2.5 times more likely to succeed in transformations, with 70% reporting improved staff buy-in? I want you to recognize that. Practices empowering stakeholders in change management are 2.5 times more likely to succeed, and they will show 70% improved staff buy-in. Stakeholders are the key. So here's a quick tip quote from Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Thank you for tuning into this quick tip episode of the Private Practice Survival Guide podcast. Please subscribe, like us, stream us, share us, and don't forget, together we can thrive, not just survive. Thank you for tuning in to the Private Practice Survival Guide podcast. I'm incredibly grateful to each and every one of you. Exciting news. We're now available everywhere, from Spotify to Apple Podcasts to YouTube or anywhere you like to listen to your podcasts. So watch, listen, and reach out. If you loved this episode, please drop a 5-star review. It truly means the world to me. Are you looking for more ways to elevate your practice? If so, now is your chance. Reach out, go to my website, or email me at brandon@wellnessworksmp.com. And remember, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving.